14 days, 5,967 kilometres, and Arena Games Triathlon is back for round 2. From Montreal across the Atlantic to now Cercy in central Switzerland, with one more chance for the best in short course triathlon to stake their claim as the chase for the second ever Esports Triathlon World Championship title heats up here in the snow. The heats have been run and won, and the top 10 men and women about to head into battle in just a few minutes. Our women, well, they are about to take to the pool deck to do battle. Let's get the Arena Games round 2 underway here in Switzerland. And they are into the water cleanly, and such a beautiful pool in this one. Brugmeier in the middle, already starting quickly, and in the pink, Emma Jackson. And look out for the 15-year-old in the orange, Zalo, who makes the turn. It is Matthias and Brugmeier head-to-head, and they will be getting out of the pool very, very shortly and making the run over onto the Tax Neo 2T Turbo Trainer and the wonderful world of Zwift, where we'll head into Crit City once again. Doesn't matter whether it's snowing outside. It's always beautiful in Crit City as Matthias and Brugmeier, the Hungarian and the Brit, make the long run on the black carpet for the first time in front of a packed house. Of course, there's tickets still available for London in the final, where we'll see all these incredible women, so make sure you head to superleaguetriathlon.com to pick up your tickets for the grand final in 2 weeks' time. Not a ticket left in the house here, though, and on they go onto the Tax Turbo Trainer. Brugmeier very solid in transition early on, starting well, and Julia Brocker, last of all, jumps onto the bike, ticking up towards around 5 watts a kilogram, which is not too shy of the highest numbers we've seen in women's racing and Arena Games. And already there's a 6-second gap between the pairing of Brugmeier and Matthias. Back to Skrabanja, Jackson, Gemura, Salai, Kurakova, Shah, 15 seconds back. Brocker and Koenig, 16 and 17 seconds back. You can see the top 10 there, and plenty of yellow numbers as they tick past the 5 watts a kilogram. 26 seconds covers our field currently, and yeah, from the heats, the top 4 went through, including the 2, I don't like to say fastest losers, but next quickest, let's say that instead, to make our top 10. And then, of course, a spot in the grand final in London awaits, and our world champion will be crowned by their London finishing position points plus 1 or their best, if they went to both Cercy and Montreal, their best result. A couple of athletes have done both, as Brugmeier prepares to get onto the run for the first time. And look at that transition, straight back on, shoes go on, and
it's a much shorter transition
more than 75% of the time. Yeah, it is a short transition, you're exactly right, and more than 75% of the time, the athlete with the fastest transitions is the winner of the race. That is how important transitions are in this one.
It looks like Brugmeier equaled her time from this morning of 5 minutes, 43 seconds. And look at that face. She's definitely, she knows she's got 2 more races to go. She really does.
Having a lonely old run out there is Fanny Zalai. 11 seconds now behind our leader, so she's still the quickest out there in the run. There she is. She's a good runner too. Hungarian under-16 champions in both indoor and outdoor for the 1500 and indoor for the 3000 last year, so she can run, and we're seeing that at the moment, as you say, yeah, tipping up to 190 BPM, but it's Janet Brugmeier who will do the job and do it easily in the opening stage. She'll finish nearly 10 seconds clear, and the clock starts ticking for stage 2. So congratulations to Brugmeier, who has been here and done it before. She did it in the heat of Singapore, but Brugmeier does it. Matthias has 10 seconds to make up. Stage 2, 1 kilometre run, 4 kilometre bike, and we swim to the end, and it is time to go again.
This will be interesting
Heavy
here.
push from Zalai as she tries to use her weight to get it going. But yeah, Tim, suddenly things just, you don't have much time, no time to recuperate, and we're straight back into it.
Absolutely, and this run is going to be crucial for Fanny. She needs to keep that speed. She ran the fastest run from the first round, and I think she'll be looking to try and close up to Brugmeier and also to Matthias for the final pursuit start.
Yeah, she's put 1.5 seconds already between herself and Brugmeier, so Fanny Zalai is doing no harm to her reputation in the world of short course racing at just 15 years of age. And I say just because it was only a couple of months ago she turned 15. And we've seen 16-year-olds, we've seen 17-year-olds, we've seen, you know, guys like a Hayden Wild back in a championship series who've then gone on to become one of the greatest in the world. Are we seeing a name we're going to continue to say for many, many years to come? Now 2.5 seconds clear, an incredible run, and she's the only woman out there who's doing over 18 kilometres an hour. And she looks comfortable as well. So let's see what she can bring on the bike when she comes off here, but she's still at 17.5 kilometres an hour. She's got rid of half the gap that she had leaked in stage 1, and she looks like she is racing or running within herself.
And it looks like there she's jumped ahead of Olivia Mathis as well, because she's closed that deficit to over 9 seconds. Her transitions are quick. She needs to get up to power. She needs to keep her head in the game.
Had a little look over to her right, and she saw Janet Brugmeier jump on her bike, and making sure you're in the right gear is an important part of this. It was a little slow start from Zalai, who was in a big gear, and whereas Brugmeier jumped on and she was able to turn over quickly and get her avatar moving. As our two leaders on the bike right now, and Brugmeier in the white, you can see pushing up onto the back of Zalai, and it won't be long before she tracks her down and goes past her and back into the lead, and she'll extend her lead. She'll have one eye on whereabouts is Olivia Matthias, and she won't know, but we know that she's 10 seconds back, so she's putting plenty of time in, and Brugmeier, she is in the box seat to go back-to-back Arena Games wins off the back of her last effort, which was in Singapore.
The pass has happened, and in the first round there was a 7-second difference between the two athletes here, but she has bridged that already. So Brugmeier again, it's a calculated performance here. She's saving something for this at this stage, and I'm sure the next one as well.
How about Zalai just being caught, seeing the avatar go past the Brugmeier, and then going, not today, not right now. I'll take the lead back, thank you very much. Will Brugmeier make the lead stick this time? And I think she probably has made it stick this time as they head into the park for the first time, nearly halfway through the second bike. But I tell you, it's the second stage swim which really separates the elite from the rest, because they're under extreme duress, their heart rate's very high, and they've got to make multiple tumble turns, twice as many as normal, and have a solid swim. So Brugmeier looks behind her, sees where everyone is, knows exactly where her swim cap is, because she's the only one who went down there to move it back. So no mucking around.
Oh, look, she's struggling with her hat there. Really, these are precious seconds that make a big difference when you hit the water. Kathy Ashar's in the water there, second. Ponytail's still out. That could be vital seconds there on the timing.
Brugmeier already with a good gap from stage 1. He looks to extend that. Of course, that gap was over Matthias, don't forget. So she is going to have one hand on another Arena Games win, as long as everything goes to plan in the end of this swim. Very impressive from the Hungarian.
It's always great to hit the first race of the year after the winter training and things just gel and come together. But look how close we've got here. We've got in the top of the screen, we've got Kathy Ashar, and then we've got Fanny right there. She's actually gone past her. These seconds could be vital when it comes to the next race. I am so impressed with this young athlete. 5 seconds until we head off. Let's get it done. Stage 3, time to win the Arena Games here in Cersei and into the water. Goes Janet Brugmeier, the Hungarian, and she is off. Going to put as much distance between her and the rest of the field as possible, and it is a long, long 30 seconds wait watching your competitors disappear into the distance, and you can see the clock top right. And what an incredible debut into the Arena Games world it would be for the Hungarians. So 2 Hungarians in the top 3, split at the moment by a Brit and out of the water.
for the final time, which is always good in any triathlete's life, is when you know that you're getting out of the water for the final time, at least for me.
It's interesting because I know Janet Bragmeier and Fanny, they have the same coach, so they're probably both very aware of their ability. But I'm sure Janet was expecting her to be a little bit further back, but she is fearing none of the other competitors here. Watch her transition, hat, goggles in that box. Look at that, right next to each other. See, she's looking at the big screen to see where everyone else is. What a position to be in as a 15-year-old girl, shaking those arms out, getting the blood, moving around the body again. I think those two spots on the podium are to play for. Olivia Mathis, though, is riding very well and distancing herself. Maybe she was just saving something for this last round. Heart rate still looks controlled, 4.5 watts per kilo. Still a lot to play for. Look at that focus on Olivia Mathis, out the saddle, that pink suit in the middle. Cadence is high, 96, heart rate climbing. Looking very, very controlled.
Brugmeier gets ready with 94 metres to go to run it home to an Arena Games victory, barring any kind of transition incident. We've seen plenty of different things happen in the course of the last couple of years of this new format, but that was perfect. The real race here is Salai in third up against Matthias in second. It was about 10 seconds. It's now 5 seconds, and there's 500 metres to go. So this could be a real grandstand finish between Salai at 195 beats a minute. Really putting in the big ones up against Matthias, the Commonwealth Games silver medalist. You can see the legs of Matthias at the top of the screen, and here comes Salai. Can she put herself into silver medal position? She's dropped Jackson in fourth. What a race at the back end, though.
That was a fantastic race there. You can see they're still crossing the line.
Well, that's Brugmeier winning.
She came here, she doesn't like losing, and she showed that she didn't lose.
Yeah, she did. She said that. She looked confident from the very beginning. The race is still on between these two.
1 second.
It is close. It is very close. Still about 10 seconds or 15 seconds to go. Brugmeier is your champion, and she deserves every part of that. And there is the gap. And it was Matthias who got there in the end. And it wasn't much, it was 4 seconds. Fanny Salai, the Hungarians embrace. Brugmeier wins. The 15-year-old, the next generation, picks up a spot on the podium, and that is huge. The future looks bright, and so does the present. Congratulations to Janet Brugmeier. Let's go. Arena Games Triathlon, Cersei.
I really think a sub-2-minute swim is on the cards here. We've got Simon, who's such an amazing swimmer, out in lane 2. But then the local boy, I love it, Fabian, he's just going to go as hard as he can for as long as he can. That is Arena Games. You can still see they are so close. 3 seconds between the whole field with 50 meters to go. And I think this is going to come down to small things that make a big difference. Transitions. We've talked about that a lot. Now you can see the tumble turns, the push off the glide isn't as long. They really are breaking up now.
Newson's tumble turn, excellent. He actually swam, before he even came to triathlon, he was a swimmer at a national and international level, and then switched into triathlon, which is obviously an advantage over many triathletes who have to work on their swim. And out of the pool comes Newson first in a 2:01:30. Maki Bruciak, Max Stapley, just a sneak like Henry Schoonman, Nicolo Strada, nothing between just about any of them. James Chantlemaine at the back end, and there is Strada in the purple, who has run past the rest in a long transition, and onto the bike they go.
Watch, the first few pedal strokes are so important. It's not about getting your feet in, it's about putting the power down. Some people do the whole bike without their feet in. They need to get up to speed and get going.
Looks like Mooson's been looking at Lionel Sanders' clip of his face. He's got the same face on as he does battle at the front with Justus Nieschlag, and Henry Schoonman is right there as well. And then there's a little bit of a gap back to Strada as he put his feet in. Westerman's there, Bruciak's there as well. And within the top 5 seconds is Stapley, who moves up.
It was interesting.
Past Bruciak now, and we'll see that update. There it is. Well, that's Mewson, who has been caught by Strada. Nieschlag's out the front.
Only 3 seconds separating them. Could throw a blanket. Transitions again, they're going to be key. Getting on those treadmills and up to speed. But Justus is looking very, very good in this first race.
Right, well, Nishlard, he's off. Transitions. 1 shoe, 2 shoes, big push off the front, allowed to hold the rally for 3 seconds, doesn't need that. Gets it spinning, Strada joins him. Good transition as well, so both the men in purple from Germany and Italy. The local in pink, Nielsen, our fastest qualifier, is turning him over as well, pretty well. Simon Westerman has run his way up into second position. He's having an excellent run at over 20.3 kilometres an hour. He has run straight past Schoeman, straight past Nielsen, straight past Strada, and into second position. So 2 locals in the top 3. And it looks like a little running group here with Stapley tagging on the back now as Westerman, well, he's enjoying it more than anyone as he's going to head out of the park here, which I've seen so many times I talk about it like it's 100% a real place. And onto the straight with 3:30 to go in the lead, having run past everybody else, and has Nieslag put the cue in the rack somewhat, knowing that he's right there, or as Westerman and Nielsen and now Schoeman just bested him on athletic ability? That is the question. Has Simon Westerman done a Blumenfeld and just decided to win the first stage? Or will he continue on with it and do the job? Because obviously he's in front of his home crowd, he trains here, and he goes, yeah, I've done the job, look at me, yes. But he could potentially back it up. Schoeman comes second, Nielsen comes third, Stapley, Priester, Strada, Nieslag ended up 4.5 seconds back. Huber Moosbrugger we haven't mentioned, he's 5 seconds back. Naki Brupciak, 7 seconds, and James Chandler-Main found the going a little tougher. 15 seconds, of course, feet have to be on the side of the treadmill with 0 movement. 3 seconds allowed with your hands on the railing. And we are getting into it for stage 2. Maxime Huber Moosbrugger.
Maxime looks in control.
Quite the duathlete.
He needs a big lead once he hits that water. And he's definitely going away about it. He needs to jump on that bike. Don't worry about getting your feet in the shoes. Just get the power down. Create the gap.
Run, bike, swim for stage 2 as things start to heat up in this race. Maximum points required to go into London with any shot of becoming the second ever esports triathlon world champion to replace Alex Yee and Beth Potter with the world championship title. We will have new world champions. And Huber Moosbrugger on to the bike, on the Tax Neo 2T. And the rest of the field follow him on. Schoeman pushes up in front of Nielsen. Still Priester, 3.8 seconds back. That's Priester you can see on your screen. Further ahead is Huber Moosbrugger around the corner to the left. Up the cobblestones we go.
Up the cobblestones
Priester. Priester takes the lead in this race. World Cup winner. Mixed team relay specialist too on the German team. Won in Leeds last year.
400 metres to go.
The difference for Schoeman here, and I said it before, is that if Schoeman finishes second, he may as well not have come because he's already finished second in Montreal. These other athletes will be, I mean, everyone wants to win. Everyone who's in that top 5 is thinking, I'm going to win this race. But Schoeman has to win it if he's going to improve his possibility of becoming the world champ.
But he still takes the points of someone else. So that means the person who finishes third gets the third amount of points, not the second. So his don't count, but he is blocking someone from getting those points. Look at that crowd going wild down there.
That's too niche for me. So,
is anyone going to go sans goggles? Are they going to put their goggles on? Others.
We saw it last time out. Jack Stanstock and Dan Dixon didn't put their goggles on. We're not having a bar of that this time, though. I wouldn't either.
I thought you're Australian. You're always jumping in the surf with no goggles on.
Schoeman having a lovely swim, and he's about to hit the lead. You would think one of the great swimmers, comes from a swimming family. His brother Rian is an Olympic swimmer as well, and Henry's always been a man who's used to being at the front of the swim pack in all the racing that he does. And he will turn in the lead, it seems.
You can see here, Henry was telling me he swims up one side and down the other, so he's not swimming into his wash. Most of the other athletes are either swimming in the middle of their lane, so when they tumble, turn and push off, they're going into some water going against them, but he has been going round, and he says that is a tactic of his. Look at the legs, he's gone to them. Nice, very, very calm.
Schoeman gets the green light. He's got 8 seconds to put as much water between him and the field as he possibly can, and he is hammering down the 25-metre pool. Now, the rest go in after him. Westerman, Priester and Huber Moosbrugger all in. Nieschlag in. Mewson, Strata also in now. Stapley, Brugciak and Chantlemagne last of all. But nothing across these guys. 30 seconds, but only 15 seconds on the top 8. As he moves up now, Nieschlag into second position. He knows that he cannot give Schoeman an inch if he is going to run him down. As we head towards the back end of this swim.
I think that Nieschlag's doing a great job here. He needs to be first out the water so he can be at the front of that train of athletes running along the poolside. Hat and goggles in the box, nice and smoothly. Now we're just going to see a train, bang, bang, bang. They're all going to come out. He needs to get in front of all of everyone around that corner, so he's got the clear ground. Looks like Simon's got it though, because he's got the shortest line. Henry's having a look round on his bike. Is he going to worry about those feet in? Automatic. The home glad. The man who doesn't finish off the podium.
Pretty smooth though.
He did look good.
Well, yeah, the man who doesn't finish off the podium is in podium position. Does he have the run? Westerman, the local, as we said, trains here at Campus Cersei. Schoeman putting in the hard yards. Schoeman, 8 seconds. He's about to jump off the bike. A good transition and a 1 kilometre run is all that stands between him and a win here in Cersei. Off the bike he goes. The Asics go on.
This is
there's the man who needs to chase him down. So, 2 weeks ago, it was American versus South African. Today, it's a German versus South African at the front. Schoeman was best at that time. Will he be the one to do the damage this time? But at the moment, it's 12 seconds with 500 metres to go. Henry Schoeman came here for one purpose, and that is to better his second place from last time out. It looks like he is going to do exactly that with 460 metres to go. Westerman is having to hold off Huber Moosbrugger, who is coming very hard, and there is the picture-in-picture.
He's coming like a train.
That is Huber Moosbrugger, who is trying to steal second place from the local. Huber Moosbrugger is now got his nose in front. Down the road in the distance is Henry Schoeman with under 200 metres to go. Henry Schoeman will be your Arena Games champion, and a popular win for a man who's been a figure around triathlon for the best part of a decade. Well done, Henry Schoeman. Maxime Huber Moosbrugger adds a second place to his 4th from last year, and wow, he has earned it. He started earning it at the start of stage 2, and he is stoked.
I think he has 2:37 to run himself onto the podium from about 6 out there off the bike. That is a fantastic series of races he's had today. And here's the champion of the day, Henry Schoeman. What a performance. Second in Montreal, and to get on that top step after a tough 2 years. He'll be looking to go to London in 4 weeks. supreme confidence and another experience here in the Arena Games.